guys, I thought I'd do another review video this week, and we are looking at the Cryochaps ice boots. Ice boots seem to be a constant hot topic on social media in the equestrian community at the moment. There's quite a few brands out there doing them, and they've come such a long way since I used to use them in my eventing days, which was probably about 10 years ago, where they were just kind of these thin boots with a little bit of beading in them that you used to dunk in a bucket of water about an hour before you needed them, and they used to slip down and drip dreadfully and not really ever get that cold, whereas these boots are a billion times better. Now, what's great about these boots, I've found so far, is that they fit so well. I can remember my old ice boots slipping down, or cold boots, or whatever you want to call them, slipping down so badly and dripping a lot, and he hated them, absolutely hated them. These fit like a glove, like you can really wrap them around the horse's leg, get them super tight, you can get it right around the fetlock, so you feel like you're getting sort of maximum coverage of the leg, which I think is really important. Now you can see these kind of beads, I've had these out a while, so that's why they might look like they're melting. You can see these are like little gel beads, and they are what I assume gets really cold. But, you know, once they start to melt a little bit, they're even easier to kind of mould around the horse's leg. They freeze very quickly. I think I put these in only a couple of hours ago and they're already really cold. So that's great. And I mean, they're really cold when you touch them. I mean, they're not so cold I can't have my hand under them, but they certainly feel like they're going to do a good job. So they fit anything. They've got this really good, stretchy, it's nearly a bit like a wetsuit material for anything, which is ideal. Now, one of the things I think everyone has to be aware of, and if you check their website, they do say this, and I didn't do it last time I used these boots, is these little gel beads need to be pushed back up. So when you've used them, what happens is all the beads fall down to the bottom, and you can see it's all quite chunky at the bottom there, and then the top parts end up a little empty. So you do have to remember after you've used them to try and push the beads back up so you get them evenly dispersed. But they tell you that, you just have to try and remember. I do think they do a good job. I think they're brilliant if you have a horse that ends up with a bit of a swollen leg. It's a great thing to use them for. For me, it's just trying to keep those tendons cool, trying to, you know, help improve their recovery time, reduce any inflammation, all that kind of thing. They do a great job. They're very lightweight, and from that side of it, they could not be better. My only downside is I don't think they last or stay as cold as I'd like them to. So they do about 10 minutes, I find, and then you start to feel them in places, not everywhere, but mainly down the sort of main stream here. That can melt quite quickly, and it no longer has that cold feel. Now, I'm going to put them on Corporal after he's been for a hack and just show you how well they fit, how nicely you can kind of compress them around the horse's leg and all that. And also kind of just put a timer on and see exactly how long they last, and then show you afterwards what they look at. It does say to make sure that the legs are a little bit damp or wet before putting the ice boots on, so I have done that, and you can see they're really easy to put on. It takes no time at all. You know, you can see they don't move or slip, which is a real bonus. I find that's really important. I mean, Corporal doesn't even notice I'm doing it, and he used to be a nightmare to put on the old-fashioned cold boots. So you can see, really easy to use. I've already chosen the worst day to do this on. This is after exactly 10 minutes on. So, it's still cold. I would say along here is a little warm actually. There's definitely some warmth there, but this is still fairly cold. But as you can see, I mean, it's fairly melted, but look, I mean, there's still a little bit of ice on the outside. So this one, you can we've still actually got some ice. Again here, this actually feels a tiny, like there's a little bit of, warmth is a strong word, but you know, it's not cold there, let's say that. So again, these two lines here, not so cold. There's still some cold here, but you can see they're not gonna last, you know, 15 minutes is gonna be max, I think, with these boots. Again, on the outside, you can still see there's a few frozen patches, but again here, this is where it is slightly warmed now. Couple of pointers I wanted to mention. It does say that you should freeze them when they're flat. I don't have that room in my freezer, so I have to roll them up, so this could alter their performance and how long they stay cold for. Another thing I think that's important to remember is that obviously if you're using them after schooling or going cross country or whatever, the tendons are going to be hot, the leg is going to be warm, they've had boots on, etc. The ice boots are going to melt quite quickly. They're doing their job. So for me, only lasting 10 minutes is okay. And the other parts of the boot would easily last 15. For me, it's just the strips along the main back that felt that little bit warm or certainly had lost their cold touch. But I'd love to hear other people's opinions, what boots they absolutely love. Let me know in the comments. I hope this video has been of some help.